In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can move the address bar, or where we type in the URL in Safari on the iPhone. We have three different places where we can put it. We can put it at the top, the bottom, and then we also have a new compact view, which was introduced with iOS 26. Now, if you find this video helpful, what you may want to do is stick around to the end. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself and how you can help support my efforts in creating these videos. All right, let's take a look at this address bar in Safari on the iPhone. Let's go over to my iPhone. Let's first take a look at what this address bar is in Safari. See what we're talking about. Let's go ahead and open up Safari here. I tap on it. And the address bar by default is located at the bottom here. This is where you can see what website we're at. So you can see that I'm over at danstutorials.com. And when I tap on that, what do we get? We get the keyboard and I can type in a new address. So that is the address bar. So that's what we're going to be focusing on in this video. And basically we have three different places for this address bar. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap on the X here to close that. And now it's back down at the bottom here. All right, so this view that we're looking at right now is called the compact view. This was introduced with iOS 26. What does that mean? What's the compact view? Well, if you remember back in iOS 18 and prior, what we had access to all the time was our bookmarks. We could see our open tabs or have a button to access our open tabs. We could share a website. Well, if we look here, you're going to see we don't have any of those tools available to us. Where are they? Well, being that this is compacted, what we have to do is we have to tap on the three dots. And when I tap on the three dots, I now have access to my bookmarks, my open tabs, and if I wanted to share this, I can share this. So basically what they did is they moved this under a button and made this compact. Also what happens with iOS 26 is this will shrink down when we scroll up. So watch what happens in this area here when I swipe up. You're going to see it shrinks down. Even those buttons are gone now. So how do we get it back? Well, we can swipe up and you can see it came back. Or what I can do is I can tap on that, and when I tap on it, it brings it back as well. So that's the compact view. Basically what it does is it hides all those tools, and the only way we can access them is by tapping on the three dots. And now I have access to those tools. Well, if you don't like that view and you want to see those tools available all the time, the bookmarks, your tabs, your share icon, things like that, what you need to do is you need to change it into bottom or top. So let's take a look at those two as well. Basically, like I said, we have three different views for this. In order to change this, what we have to do is we have to go into the settings of Safari. So I'm going to swipe up, and then we go over here to our settings app. Tap on it, and then we swipe up until we find apps. This is where we can see all the settings for all of our apps. Tap on it, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to S here. So I tap on S for Safari, and there's Safari. We have a lot of settings in here. We're just going to take a look at one, and that is our address bar. Apple calls it tabs, but basically it's our address bar. So you can see it's in compact view right now. Let's go ahead and change it to bottom and see what happens. So I'm going to tap on bottom here. And when I do, and we go back over to Safari, watch what happens. Remember, those tools were missing: bookmarks, share, tabs. When I tap on it, look what we have down at the bottom here. We have our bookmarks, our open tabs, and then also our share icon. And they're going to show all the time. I don't have to tap on a button to view those. I want to share this website. I tap on the share icon and I can share this. Now, this does shrink down just like before. So when I swipe up, you're going to see that it shrinks down here. Again, I can tap on it to make it larger, or what I can do is I can swipe down and it brings it back. And again, I have all of my buttons here. So that's the bottom view. That's actually my favorite view. But what we can also do is move it up to the top. And when we move it up to the top, it actually does two things. It splits this in half. This is going to be up at the top, the address bar, while our tools are going to stay down here at the bottom. So let's see what I mean. I go over here to my settings, and we're going to go over here to top. And now, when I go back into Safari, we can see I have my address bar here, and this does compact when I swipe, but it's just my address bar. I can't see my bookmarks or anything like that. But if we look down towards the bottom, I have access to share, bookmarks, and then my tab bar, as well as being able to go back and forth. I should have mentioned that, but basically we can go back and forth between the different websites here. That's what the two arrows are there. So it basically just splits it. So if you like having that address bar at the top, like we do on our desktop, on our Mac, you can easily move it up towards the top. But our tools are still going to stay down towards the bottom here. So those are the three different views for our address bar. The three different places we can place our address bar in Safari on the iPhone. We can have it in compact view. With compact view, it just puts it down at the bottom, and then it hides all of the tools, the bookmarks, the open tabs, and the share icon. We have to tap on a button to access those. With that view, basically, we can see more of our websites. That's the whole idea behind that. If you don't like that, you want to have your bookmarks icon show all the time, your share icon show all the time, what you can do is you can move it down towards the bottom, or put it into the bottom view, I guess you would say. And you do this through the Settings app, Safari Settings. When you put it at the bottom, it now places those buttons down at the bottom, and they're going to be there all the time. And then if you like the address bar at the top, you can also place it at the top. It only places the address bar at the top. Our tools are still located at the bottom, again, through Safari Settings. So those are the three different views that we have, or the three different places that we can place the address bar in Safari on the iPhone. Now, if you found this video helpful, what you may want to do is like the video. You can subscribe to my channel. You can share it with your friends and family. I also have other options if you want to help support my efforts in creating these videos. I have danstutorials.com and dansonlinecourses.com. With danstutorials.com, this is a membership-based site, so it's a subscription site. But basically what you get with it is more videos. I take out all of the ads from the videos, and you have an AI assistant modeled after an Apple Genius. Now, as I mentioned, this is a subscription site. So if you don't like subscriptions, I also have dansonlinecourses.com. With dansonlinecourses.com, you purchase the course outright, and then you can watch the videos whenever you want. It's a one-time purchase, and that's located at dansonlinecourses.com. With either one of these, just know that you are helping support a small business. It is just me in a corner office of my house. I'm not part of some large organization. Check out danstutorials.com or dansonlinecourses.com for more information, and thanks for watching.